Hi everyone, it's Julia here from Little Shop of Nerds, and I am here with
Mike, what's up?
Hey guys, so I know we're outside. It's a nice day. It's a little cloudy, but it's warm.
Ish.
There's a wasp that's floating around here. Hopefully he doesn't want to bug us. So this week's hint is going to be folk tales.
Today we are going to be talking about a book that J.K. Rowling wrote called Tales of Beedle of the Bard.
No, Beetle the Bard.
Beedle the Bard.
Tales of Beetle the Bard.
If you have not heard of it or never read Harry Potter or seen the movies, it is pretty much of the Brothers Grimm fairy tales in the wizarding world.
So basically, it is wizarding fairy tales.
Pretty much.
It says here the book compiles 5 stories by Rowling. The tale of the 3 brothers first appeared in Deathly Hallows, while 3 others received cursory attention in the same novel. The Wizard and the Hopping Pot, The Fountain of Fair Fortune, and Babbity Rabbity and Her Cackling Stump. Only the Warlock's Hairy Heart was not previously mentioned in Deathly Hallows. So,
Yeah.
I've got the Wikipedia page up for this because, I mean, why not? So, we're basically just going to go over the summaries that they have on the website, or well, on the Wikipedia page. Mike's going to read one, I'll read one, Mike will read one, I'll read one, and then we will talk about the last one, which, if you've seen the book, or if you've seen the movies and you've read the book, you probably know what that one is. So we'll just kind of cover it briefly.
Yeah, we'll just do a brief.
So Mike is going to start first. And this one is called The Wizard and the Hopping Pot.
All right. This story is about a legend of an old man who is in his generosity?
And his generosity.
Yeah, I was right. It's generosity. Used in his magic for other people when they needed his help. He credited his little cauldron, which he called his lucky cooking pot, as the source of his potions, charms, antidotes, and upon his death he leaves all of his belongings to his only son, who has none of the virtues.
It has none of the virtues his father had.
I knew it's virtues. I just have.
I know.
I get it. I have problems pronunciating. And I know you're going to come in the comments.
Don't be too harsh.
I do have a learning disability, so bear with me. Virtues his father had. After his father's death, the son finds the pot and the single slipper inside, together with note from his father that reads, in the found hope, my son, that you will never need it. Bitter for having nothing left but a pot, the son closes the door on a grandmother seeking a cure for the granddaughter's crop of warts. Soon after, the son finds his father's little pot has grown a brass foot that clanks loudly with each hop, and that produced to grow warts on its surface. The pot follows the son all the time, preventing him from resting properly. Angry over his predicament, the son refuses to provide help for a man who has lost his donkey, and a mother who lost its baby in a grievously ill. Grievously ill. Each time he does so, the pot takes on the symptoms of the ones who ask for help, groaning in hunger, the filling itself with tears, Even after no more villager comes to his house for help, looking for help, the pot takes on more and more symptoms, disturbing the son, preventing him from having any peace of mind. This continues until the son gives up and provides aid to the town, running the streets at night, casting helping spells every direction, and the ordainedly finally ends with the slipper he received from his father falls out of the pot, and the pot allows the son to put the slipper on its foot, and with the footsteps muffled, at least the two walk back home. In one way, yeah.
It kind of reminds me of the pot that you can get in Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, actually, that's what it's based off on. Because if you guys can save up enough galleons in Hogwarts Legacy, there's a thing called the hopping pot, meaning it's kind of like a cauldron, but it'll help you cook potions if you have the ingredients. With this time, it kind of cooks it a little faster.
Yeah.
But you don't know what you're going to be taking out.
Yeah. So it just gives you one of the mini potions that, or, well, I wouldn't say mini potions, but one of the potions that you do know. I don't really think it takes your ingredients, because I think it's given me invisibility potions.
Oh,
I haven't had the items for the invisibility potion.
No, yeah, you're right. It just makes you potions, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I have to say, it does cost a lot of galleons to get.
Yeah. But it's very helpful, especially if you're looking for a certain potion, it happens to make the potion.
Yeah.
While you're looking for it. Okay, so
Yeah, as long as you get the spell that to conjure it, you can have a couple hopping pots. And also, if you want to get extra galleons, capture some puffskins and sell them, or sell your gear.
I like to catch the puffskins. I like to keep them though, because I think they're adorable, and I
Well-
would really like to have one in real life.
Well, here's the thing. With me, it's just I gather each. I do the Noah thing, grab each two animal, no male and female, then
That's
put
what I do.
it in the vivarium, and then with the puffskins, I just sell them. Like,
After you keep a couple.
no, I keep 2 puffskins, then I go around and sell some puffskins.
This is what Mike does with the animals. He just goes and catches them and sells them.
Hey, I only sell the puffskins. I don't sell the thestrals.
I mean, I sell those too. If I have more than just the 2 that I need,
I would never sell a thestral. They're cool.
if you only need 2 of them, 'cause
Still.
then you can mate them, and then they have more, and then you have more.
It's still either way. I know that, but I would still never sell a thestral
I sell them all.
or a unicorn.
I sell those too. You get a lot more. You get a lot more galleons for those, though. If
No,
I remember correctly.
Yeah, but didn't like Slughorn also mention unicorn hair was worth a lot? Was like
No, he said that they were worth a bit.
yeah, and then he almost like gathering everything to get some extra coin,
Yeah,
like how he was taking the
like
air gods.
like the
poisoning.
only thing I don't think that you can sell for extra cash or extra galleons would be that last one that you get at the end, the big giant thing.
Oh no, you can't.
Because I think they only give you 2 of those, a male and a female. But hippogriffs and all that,
Yeah,
if I catch more and I don't want to keep them, I sell them.
yeah. If you get the dark pack, you can actually have a thestral as your mount.
And I keep that one, and it goes right into my vivarium.
Oh,
Because I don't like the flying mechanics in Hogwarts Legacy, so I don't fly a whole lot.
I
I just run.
I don't mind the brooms. I just think it could have been faster.
What I like to do, which I know we're getting completely off topic here, but what I like to do is if I can't fast travel, then I'll run. If I can fast travel, then I'll just get to the closest place that I can and go from there.
Yeah. To me, I just try to unlock every food network.
Yeah, that's basically what I do. Okay, so number 2 is The Fountain of Fair Fortune, which is my favorite out of this entire series, or this book. So, in this story, there is a fountain where once per year, one person may bathe and have their problems answered. 3 witches, Asha, who suffers from an incurable disease, Athena, who was robbed of her wand and wealth, and Amata, who was distraught over being left by her beloved, decide to try to reach the fountain together. Along the way, they are joined by Sir Luckless, a hapless Muggle knight. On their path to the fountain, they face 3 challenges: a giant worm that demands proof of their pain, which quenches its thirst with the tears Asha sheds from frustration after several failed attempts to pass; a steep slope where they have to bring the fruit of their labors, which Athena encourages the others to overcome with her through hard effort and the sweat of her brow; and a river that requires the treasure of their past as payment for crossing, which Amata uses as a pensive that washes away her regret for her cruel and false lover and finally brings her peace. After the 4 cross the river, however, Asha collapses from exhaustion. To save her, Athena brews an invigorating potion that also cures Asha of her disease completely, in turn causing Athena to realize that her skills as a potioneer are a means to earn her wealth back. Realizing that each of their problems was solved without the fountain's fortune, the witches urged Sir Luckless to bathe in the fountain, as a reward for his chivalry and his earnest effort to help them on their journey. After bathing, flushed with confidence and triumph, he flings himself at Amata's feet and asks for her hand and her heart, which she happily gives. Satisfied with the result of their journey, 4 companions go on to live long and happy lives, unaware that the fountain holds no magical power at all.
So pretty much it was just a placebo.
Pretty much. Okay, so the next story is called The Warlock's Hairy Heart.
I like that one.
That's Mike's favorite, apparently.
Alright, let's get started. Warlock. Okay. This story is about a young, handsome warlock who, after the meeting that Luff made his friends and companions look foolishness, decide to never fall in love, employing the dark arts to prevent himself from doing so. His family, unaware his secret, did nothing. As the time went on and the warlock grew older, his peers would marry and have children. His aged parents, who passed away, feeling neither jealous nor grief from being alone. The warlock is proud of his choice. However, one day he hears 2 servants whispering about not having a wife, expressing both pity and duritishness. With his pride hurt, he decides to find talent in a rich and beautiful witch and marries her to gain everyone's envy. By coincidence, he meets such a girl the next day. Through the girl is both fascinated and repelled. The warlock pursues her to come to dinner feast at his castle. During the feast, the warlock tries to woo the witch with empty words. Unimpressed, and she tells him that she would be delighted by his affection if she only thought he had a heart. The warlock shows her his beating heart, how shriveled and covered in hair inside the crystal casket in the dungeon. The witch begins him to put it back inside himself, after which she embraced him. However, it began to disconnect him from his body. For so long his heart has been developed savage taste, as in his degraded into the animalistic state. And so the warlock is driven to take force by the true human heart, tearing out the witch to replace it his own. But upon finding that he cannot magic the hairy heart back into of his chest, he cuts it out with a dagger. Thus he and the matron both died, with him holding both hearts in his hand.
Okay, and Mike, why is that your favorite one?
I don't know. It's kind of like the brother. Remember the Cinderella story? How bloody it is.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay, well that's apparently why. Okay, so the next one, the fourth one, is Babbity Rabbity and her cackling stump. The story is about a king who wants to keep all magic to himself. To do this, he needs to solve two problems. He must capture and imprison all of the sorcerers in the kingdom, and he has to learn magic. He creates a brigade of witch hunters and calls for an instructor in magic. Only a cunning charlatan with no magical ability responds. The charlatan proves himself with a few simple tricks and begins to ask for jewelry and money to continue teaching. However, Babbity, the king's washerwoman, laughs at the king one day as he attempts to do magic with an ordinary twig. This causes the king to demand the charlatan join him in a public demonstration of magic, and warns that the man will be beheaded if the king can't perform magic. The charlatan later witnesses Babbity performing magic in her house. He threatens to expose her if she does not assist him. She agrees to hide and help the demonstration. During the performance, after seeing a hat disappear and a horse being levitated, the brigade captain asks the king to bring his dead hound back to life. Because Babbity cannot use magic to raise the dead, the crowd thinks the previous acts were tricks. The charlatan exposes Babbity, accusing her of blocking the spells. Chased by the king and his courtiers, Babbity flees into a forest and disappears at the base of an old tree. In desperation, the charlatan states that she has turned into the tree itself and has it cut down. As the crowd departs, the stump starts cackling and makes the charlatan confess his deception, after suggesting that the king used the axe to cut him in half. After the charlatan is hauled away, the stump cackles again, demanding the king never hurt a wizard again, and build a statue of Babbity on the stump to remind him of his foolishness. The king agrees and heads back to the palace. Afterwards, a stout old rabbit with a wand in its teeth hops out from a hole beneath the stump and leaves the kingdom. So the last story is the tale of the three brothers, which, like we said, if you've read the books and you've seen the movies, you basically already know about this. You know, it's a tale about three brothers who meet death. They cheat death.
They cheat death. One was the oldest brother, wanted a wand that no one can beat, and that was the elder wand. Mm-hmm. Some people call it the wand of death.
Death stick. It has many different names.
And then the middle brother, it wanted his beloved who died, wanted her back. Death made a
resurrection stone.
Resurrection stone, pretty much. And the other one, the youngest brother, wanted a cloak of visibility.
He wanted to leave that area unharmed.
Yeah.
So Death gave him his own cloak of invisibility. They went their separate ways. The first brother ended up dying by his own wand. He had he had his throat slit. The second brother ended up self-deleting himself
because his woman who came back was different, and she felt like she didn't belong here.
Yeah. And the thing with that, though, which I don't think it was really touched on in the books, but I've seen theories about it, that the resurrection stone is not meant. It's meant to drag people to their death.
Right.
Which kind of makes sense.
It would, yeah.
And then the younger brother lived to be a very old age, because he had the cloak of invisibility, and when he was ready to die, he just gave it off to his son, and he went off with Death.
Yeah, and Death, I think they said Death and him welcome each other as friends almost.
Death. Let me see what it says here.
Well, either way.
Many years later, the brother removes his cloak and gives it to his son. Content with the life he has lived, he greets Death as an old friend and equal, thereby dying of natural causes.
Yeah, see, I think that's because what we heard is the youngest brother was really not greedy as much like his two older brothers, so that represents it. But then again, there was a lot of theories how Harry and Voldemort are almost related?
They are related. Voldemort and Harry are distantly related by Salazar Slytherin.
Very much, yes. Yeah, and that's why we get the part why the hat says he should be in.
No, that's just because he saw a part of Voldemort's soul inside of him.
Well, that too. But then again, if you don't want to be in a certain house, just say to the hat, like, hey, he takes your.
But that doesn't
mean ill.
That doesn't mean anything, because look at Neville. Neville wanted to go in Hufflepuff, and the hat put him in Gryffindor.
Yeah, but then also realize he was a true Gryffindor by taking the.
That wasn't until like much later, though, after he had like grown up. Well, he was a 7th year at that point.
Well, you could tell.
17.
Well, you could tell by close to after the 5th book, he was starting to have a little more confidence.
Definitely about the 5th book, yeah, when they started doing the defense or the secret defense against the dark arts, Neville definitely started to gain more confidence, and he, our neighbors have a black cat up there, but yeah, he definitely gained more confidence, which, to be fair, it wasn't just all of Neville's fault, because he was using his dad's old wand.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't really use someone's wand without it not working properly. So after he had gotten his wand, like his actual wand during their 6th year, I mean, he was doing a lot better. But he was always better at herbology.
He was, and but
he did become the herbology professor
later on, and but his grandmother didn't make it better though either. No offense, his grandmother was a bitch.
A little bit, yeah.
At least McGonagall had the right idea.
Yeah.
Like when they get to the 6th book, how he's mentioning how she mentions like your transformation is not good. You should try charms because he accelerated in that. And he's like, well, my grandmother, and she's like, she kind of went on. She's
like, I'll write to your grandmother and tell her just because she sucked at charm. Basically, like, the gist of it was that because she sucked at charms doesn't mean that it's a soft option or something like that.
No, in my opinion, if you were in the wizarding world, I think charms and potions is like the hardest classes to take.
If you guys have read the books or haven't seen the books, if you've watched the movies, I highly recommend you watch the books. If you don't like to read, at least get the audiobooks and listen to the audiobooks. Libby is a good free option to listen to audiobooks. That's what I use to listen to some of my audiobooks, just because I can't afford the Audible subscription every month. I only have the premium, and that's like $16. Yeah, I can't afford $16 a month.
Okay, I get that because we're on a tight budget, but I also don't buy a lot of stuff too.
Well, it's true, and I mean, a lot of my money goes towards gas.
Same.
Because I drive like 60-something miles every day, both ways. So 30 miles one way, 30 miles the other.
And I'm just
like 37, I think.
And I'm mostly trying to catch up with bills.
Yeah. So Libby's a good option. There's other options out there, free options.
I prefer audiobooks, especially if it helps if you're driving or something, or if you just have ADHD and it helps you.
Yeah, I listen to audiobooks when I'm driving. Unless I have somebody else in the car, then I don't listen to them. But for the most part, I listen to audiobooks.
I do. It's just in case if I'm writing, at least I have something in the background to listen to.
So, but yeah, that is our view, or our
view on...
our review, I guess, our video on Tales of Beedle the Bard. This is going out on July 31st, which is actually Harry Potter's birthday. That's why I wanted to do something Harry Potter related, since this will be going out on July 31st, which is Harry Potter's birthday. I do believe it's also J.K. Rowling's birthday.
Yeah.
So we won't be doing anything Harry Potter related again until after the new TV show has come out and we've seen the first season.
Yeah. I kind of wonder.
I mean, I'm a little excited because what I have seen, it looks like it is going to be following the books a little bit closer. It's just Black Snape.
Well, that too. Well, I do admire they are setting the actual time in the 80s or 90s like they're supposed to.
Yeah, it was the 90s because he went to school in 1991.
Yeah.
So
I think, yeah, maybe.
So they are, it looks like they will be following the books more closely, which I'm excited for. I will wait and see how the dude that they got to play Snape, I will see how he does. I'm just worried that they're going to make it into a race thing.
Yeah.
Between Harry's dad and him. Hopefully that's not the case. But I guess we will wait and see when that time comes. But, I mean, I have high hopes for it.
Hey, I'm going to try. Okay. Hopefully John Lithgow does a better good at Snape. Not Snape, Dumbledore.
We'll find out. We'll see.
It's kind of like he's good at playing a good guy, but he's really better at playing off a villain sometimes.
I mean, we'll see how he does. Remember, guys, don't be like going and bullying the actors that they got to play Harry, Ron, and Hermione. They're children. Don't bully children. If you do, you're a piece of shit.
Yes, and also stay away and also don't bully this Black Snape either, because once we heard a lot of people sent a lot of hatred and death threats. That's not cool either. One, we're just going to judge how the show is, not what he is.
I mean, if we do think that they're not portraying their characters the way that they are supposed to, or if we don't like the way that they're portraying the characters, I mean, we'll definitely bring that up. But, I mean, this doesn't really have anything to do with, like,
race or gender or anything.
Yeah, so, we will keep an open mind. That's supposed to come out in December, so you guys will probably see a video on that probably at the end of beginning of next year. So I'll go ahead and give next week's hint. Next week's hint is going to be golden, which we are very late in doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that is when we watch it. So, like, subscribe, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.